but video 2 anyway. So yeah, I'm really talking about interesting stuff today. So yeah, self-esteem is really hard to have, you guys, but you definitely can get it for sure. Like as you can tell, my hair's all nappy right now because I got it braided early because I was hoping to give birth a little bit later. Like I said, I have 40 weeks and 3 days now, so anytime, baby boy. So yeah, but I'm so glad my cousin Angie did these because I really feel like they're convenient. I'm ready to go. Like they're comfortable to sleep in and at the hospital. Hopefully when I go this weekend, hopefully tonight, maybe Saturday, because today's Saturday, and then I'm induced Thursday, coming this week at 7 a.m., 7:15 a.m. So I'm like, come on, baby boy, we could do it natural. Lord Jesus, help us do it natural. I'm like, yes, please. I don't want like the shot and everything, blah blah blah. But Lord knows. I just pray me and him are perfectly healthy, and we could leave the hospital and I'll be so excited to meet him. I'm gonna be like, yay, life starts new. You'll be tired as a mom, etc. I'm gonna be in pain, etc. They say, and blah blah blah. Diapers, heat waves. Gonna live off Tylenol for a little bit, etc. etc. But it's like, I just trust the Lord that we're gonna be okay. We'll make it through. Me and my partner's gonna take a couple of days off of work, and we're gonna be okay. The Lord be in the center of it all, and we'll be perfectly fine as long as He's healthy. And as long as me and my partner are healthy, that's all that matters. And I'm like, whew, one day at a time. I just can't wait to hug him and snuggle him and give him smooches. And it's gonna be okay, a whole new life, and I'm super excited. Like I said, I'm super, 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 super ready. There's to give birth anytime now, anytime. That's why I'm trying to walk as much as I can to get tired. But right now, like I said, I'm doing videos, so I'm sitting for a second. But I'm like, Lord Jesus, please, anytime at all now. Oh, because too, I feel like for the past couple nights sleeping now, like at first I could sleep on my left and right side decently, but they say the left side for a pregnant woman's the best, but ever since I've been pregnant, and this is my first pregnancy, it's my right side that's best. Like he hates the left. Like he will kick me and hurt me on my ribs and my pelvis, so I'm always on my right, and then he's perfect, and he's like snoring with his mama and sleeping. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but it's this side, and he loves my right side. His butt has been on my right side since he's been a baby. I'm serious. He just loves that right rib. So that's why if I get a tattoo in the future, I wanted to get an elephant and then Ronnie Lewis Brown Jr. in a circle, and then his date on the bottom, because he's like my number one gift from God, and that'd be like the only tattoo if I got it that I would get, because like he's like the love of me and Ronnie's heart and our blessing from God. And I'd be like, yep, and I'd put it on my right side, either my pelvis or my stomach, but in the front somewhere, because he loved my right side. I love my baby boy. He's still putting his butt up there, so I'm like, I just need him to drop. Drop, son, drop. But the Lord knows. Like I said, I just hope not Thursday. I don't want an induction. I'm a first time mom, so at 41 weeks I might, because I'll be 41 weeks Wednesday, so my induction's Thursday. It'll be 41 weeks in one day, so we'll see. Well, Lord knows, like I said. So life's good, thank goodness. Me and my mom and my aunt had a little bit of a Bible study, because at least we're family, so we're allowed to be together because of the coronavirus in January 2021 still. But it was cute. It was perfect. I loved it. I'm still doing notes. I'm still finding the scriptures and writing them down, because sometimes we just go through them, but we look for the scriptures afterwards. So that was perfect yesterday. And then my babe picked me up after work, because he works in Modesto, and I was in Modesto with my mama. And it's so funny, guys, because I tried to shave my legs and I failed. Ronnie has to help me. I can, pregnant woman can't bend. I'm passing 9 months. It's like I can't bend at all. Even though it doesn't look like it, because I was tiny. I weighed 143. Now I'm 174. So people are like, you're not really that big. I'm like, yeah, I get that a lot, but I'm like, he is heavy, it seems. He could be a 7 to 8 pound baby for sure. I'd be like, he just feels like a chunky monkey. But we'll see. Mommy just loves him. I just want him to be healthy. Huh, baby boy? My babies went to the dollar store this morning, got them toys. Yeah, the dollar store's toys is not too shabby, because you buy them at the pet store, it's like they want 20, 40, 60 bucks for a dog toy, and it's like, goodness gravy, this is the one I need money from. I'm like, that's really expensive. So sometimes I just get dollar store toys, because I'm like, ooh, But thank goodness we do have them some good toys too from the pet store that were pricey, but I love them, so it was worth it. They're probably the most expensive one was probably $20. They have two expensive ones because you know they tear them up and then we got to get new ones and they tear them up. Typical doggies. But yeah, it's gonna be water time. I need some water. But yeah, so Lord knows life's pretty good, guys. Thank goodness my mom's doing okay. My brother's healing pretty good. Praying still no seizures this year. Lord Jesus, take those away and he'll be perfectly healthy. My mom's son, my an uncle, that's Uncle Terry, and my brother, obviously, my brother Terry. It's his uncle, my baby boys. But yeah, so things are going pretty good. Just waiting for the tree roots to soak right now because I'm planting them. I can't wait. I love growing things so much. It's gonna be so much fun to see like this. Oh, and I pray they live because usually my mom has a green thumb. Definitely, we're definitely planters, and I do too. I actually planted tomatoes and they grew so gorgeous, and I was just about to enjoy and eat my tomatoes. I'm not even kidding. And that same day, caterpillars came and ate all my tomatoes. And I've always loved caterpillars until that day. I was like, okay, usually I just love everything, but I was like, now I officially hate caterpillars. I was like, they are jerks. I was like, my beautiful, luscious red tomatoes were ready to eat, and the caterpillars just like made holes in them and ate them all, really. And I was like, I was so heartbroken. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are jerks. And they were just so mean little guys. So I was like, oh, I officially do not like caterpillars. I was like, and in a way, I'm like, well, at least I fed them. But at the same time, I was like, but I was going to eat those. Number one, I grew them. They took months. They were nice and healthy and luscious. They would be more nutrients and healthy for me. And I was like so heartbroken. And after that, I didn't grow tomatoes again for a while. Well, since then, really, because I was just like, shut up. Because next time I know to buy some sort of bug spray for my stuff, but bug spray that I can still eat the fruit, or something, just keep the other pestilence, how do you say that word? I don't know how to say that word. Other bugs that eat the plants and stuff out of there. Because that was a bummer, guys. That was upsetting. It was so funny. But yeah, trees are going to be fun. I never grew trees before. Well, kind of not true, because they killed a tree in front of my house when I lived downtown with my mom. And I felt so sorry for it because I hate when people kill trees because that's our oxygen and stuff like that. And it's so funny because I would water and take care of her still after they chopped her up a bit, and it grew back. I was like, I had that tree come back to life. I was like, I was so happy. I was like, oh, I can't stand when I pass by houses and people let trees or their gardens die. Oh gosh, it gives me such a heartache. I'm like, oh, nature. I'm like, you're letting it die? No. That's why I got to get the heck out of California, because they're not going to allow us to have really grass anymore here. They just want us to have rock. I'm like, oh, heck no. I'm moving to one of the yeehaw states where I can have grass and plants and stuff and trees. I'm like, oh, heck no, California. We're not allowed to water. It's like, really? It's like, okay, that is insane, California. No, thank you. Because I love grass. Me and my son are going to play in the grass and run around in the grass. And I love plants and I love flowers. Like I said, I want an orange tree and an apple tree later when me and my babe have our own place. Be healthy with me and my baby boy. Going to teach him to garden too, because men can garden too. That's not a sexist thing. That's not just for females, and that's not, anything like that. That's actually just showing him responsibility and to respect nature. That's what I want to my son too, just like respect animals. Like if he's gonna go hunting with daddy or fishing with daddy, I enjoy fishing, but I never catch a keeper yet. God knows we bought a fishing license, so pray I catch a feature with a keeper with my son this year, because then I could show him. That'd be great when he's out of me finally, and I'm like, let's go fishing and catch a keeper, and I'll be like, woo, and then Mama will gut it, and I will. So I don't mind that kind of killing, because I am gonna eat it. So I'm like, I'm not murdering you, I'm gonna eat you. So when I teach my son too, when he goes hunting and etc., you hurt something, you take care of it. Like you hit a dog, obviously don't leave it on the side of the road to suffer. Like seriously, son. I'd be like, number one, either take it to the vet, or we are for gun rights. If you have a gun in the car, just take it out of its misery. I'd be like so proud. I'd be like, don't let it suffer, like bleed to death and just be like, I can't breathe on the side of the road. Like my son would be like, I got a gun, it's suffering, it's gonna die, and there's no way. And then, you know, just get out of its misery. And I will raise my son that way, because I'm like, he's like, I hit a dog today, I'm not gonna let it just suffer. So, and I have the gun in the vehicle, that's perfectly legal. And he'd be like, I took it out of its misery. And I'd be like, thank you, that's exactly how I raised you. You do not do that. We respect nature and animals, we love them all, you know. And like for foxes and owls and stuff like that, they keep their distance, that's perfectly fine. If you have to protect your family and protect yourself, you got to kill them. It is what it is. But you know, if they're doing their own thing and they're perfectly fine, leave them as is too. I don't understand that. You don't need to kill anything that's not harming your surroundings. I understand how people, if it's like harming the country where you live at and etc., I'm like, okay, just try to, for me, just definitely try to scare it off first and like get rid of it. And if it goes away, it's like, see. But if it doesn't, I'd be like, I understand, you got to deal with it. And I'm just like, when Ronnie has to deal with it, I'm gonna be like, let me go inside first, because you know that I hate dead things, and you know that I love everything. So I'm gonna be like, I don't like to see live things suffer, humans and animals alike, and even nature. I'm like, they're murdering trees. I'm just like, nothing should suffer ever. Like, just take it out of its misery. I don't understand. I'm like, take it out of its misery.